Welcome to the Rebel Love Show. We are a once-a-week broadcast from Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are pro-pot, pro-gun, and pro-coffee. You can find all of our contents at rebelloveshow.com. I'm Rob Mathias.
And I am the Rebel Mistress. So how was your weekend, babe?
My weekend was actually pretty damn good. There's something going on every day.
Every single
from
day
Tuesday
of the week.
Last week, all the way up until today. The only thing we really didn't have much going on was yesterday, and we actually put some that time to work.
Yesterday? Oh yeah.
Yeah, working on a bunch of weddings.
I feel like
stuff.
Working on wedding stuff is still like going hard.
Well, I know that's going hard, but like normally, like we literally everything else besides that. Like,
I forgot that we did have something to do every week, but I don't know what we did every single day. That's how like probably high or like whatever else I was. High? Yeah, very true. When are we not high?
The only time we're not high is when we're dry. I hate being dry.
Yeah, but we haven't been dry for a while, so we've been high for a while. But anyway, yep. So it's been a very, very busy week for us. I think I'll just start with the karaoke 2-year anniversary thing that we did.
Yeah, of the Rebel Love Show.
Of the Rebel Love Show, which it happened a while back actually, and I think I thanked Rob for starting the show and maintaining it for 2 years strong. Like, you're awesome, and I had a lot of fun singing karaoke. So that was awesome. Yeah,
we need to do it out too.
I did. I was belting it out
normally
for you,
baby. Karaoke, you're holding the microphone like right here instead of actually right on it.
What do you want to do for the 5-year Rebel Love Show anniversary? I'm thinking Cancun.
Well, that's a huge song.
Well, no, yeah. I'm just kidding.
Any reason to go somewhere tropical with you, babe? I wanna take you up on it.
Maybe we just go to like a giant karaoke bar, like the hottest karaoke bar in town, or not even in town, like in Boston.
We don't have to do karaoke. We can go do something else. I'm scared. We're in fucking Cancun, man. We can.
Yeah, live it up. Have an adventure. Yep. So I mean, I felt like that was one of the top things. And what's when did 420 happen? Yeah, that was after our last show. So, I mean, that was part of the weekend, too, if you want to just talk about 420.
Oh, my God. The 420 rally was amazing. I mean, that was since from last week, but that was incredible.
Yeah, I don't think we had a show since we did.
No,
this is our first show
since
okay, so let me just say my expectations, because I didn't expect like last year there wasn't that many people. I remember I had to work. I was working my horrible day job, so I was working, and Rob got to go, and I remember it rained that day, and it was kind of a rainy, shitty day, and there was like I don't know, maybe like 10-12 people. I wasn't there. Babe, what how many people were there last year?
For the 420 rally?
Yeah.
Oh, last year, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30.
20 or 30?
Maybe 40. I don't know.
Are you
sure?
It
was raining. It rained.
The pictures only looked like there was only like 15 people.
Nah, there was more than 15.
Are you sure? Because you tend to exaggerate numbers. You're always like, there was 100 people
not exaggeration.
there.
It's just I'm bad at math.
Yeah, you're real bad at math, babe. Yeah, it's like, but you went to college. Anyway, so I don't think there was that many people last year. And the year before that, I don't think
before that it landed on Easter, which just sucked.
Yeah, and no, I went to the one in Boston, and it was like packed. Like, it was the whole Boston Commons was filled with smoke, and it was beautiful, and all my friends were out there, and it was a good time. And I would even say this one blew that one out of the water. This one blew that one out of the water.
Really? You say this one in Concord blew
this one in Concord blew that out of the water. And I'm not an underwhelming person. Like, the one in Boston was so great. Like, he showed me the pictures from the 420 event last year, and I was like, that was basically a flop. But no, this one blew that one out of the water. There was music. There was people playing drums. Everyone was talking to each other. Everyone was passing it to each other. It was like a community. Versus the 420 rally in Boston, where everyone was smoking but no one was talking. Everyone was still kind of scared. There were cops walking around everywhere, and it was like a rebellion. There was a lot of pot going around. People were smoking. There were so many people smoking, and it was great. But there wasn't that community vibe, and there wasn't that whole kind of drum circle feel. And I feel like that's why this one blew that one out of the water. It was like really a protest, like more so than, just an act of rebellion, smoking.
I will actually say this. I've only been to 3 420 well, I've been to multiple 420 rallies, but I've only been to 3 on 420. Like I've been to like every year except for this past year. I've gone to the 420 rallies during Liberty Forum, but I've been to 3 now in Concord, but every one of them had that feel. Because everyone there knew each other, so everyone already would talk to each other for the most part. And if they didn't know them, they knew them by association from somebody else or something along those lines. But everyone had basically it just broke up into a bunch of circles. Like you can just go join any circle, jump in line, move, puff pass.
Yeah, I felt like this one was like one big circle, and there was a lot of different aspects there. Like I invited some of my drum circle friends. There were multiple state reps. Like there was a lot of Hempfest people that came out just to know Rick, and then
a shit ton of porcupines up there too.
Yeah. And porks. So yeah, no, it was definitely a variety, and it was just so open and warm. And I remember I was hula hooping, and it was just a lot of fun and great photo ops. Let me tell you, the sun caught us all in perfect light that day. Like the sun was shining down on us.
Caught you perfectly.
Well, babe, pimping ain't easy.
By caught, you mean I took the great photo of you. Well, 2 great photos actually.
Well, there were other great photos of me. All the photos were great of me.
You know what was weird for the 420 rally? The when we first got there, it just felt well. At first, it always feels awkward going to a protest like that because it's kind of like, all right, what are we doing?
And we were hungry, so we went to lunch.
Hungry. Well, first, before
I was wondering how many people were gonna be there because if people are scared to smoke, because I seen the one from Keene. Sorry to interrupt your story. I hope you get back to it.
But I seen
the one from Keene where in Derek Joy's victimless crime spree, where they were having a 420 rally and no one was smoking. And then Derek was the first one to smoke, and then he got arrested. So, I feel like that is in the back of everyone's mind.
Well, I mean,
abstractly.
If you didn't notice, in that video, there's literally cops standing right next to him. It's not like there are any cops even near us.
No, that's
very different.
No, scenario. It's a very different scenario, but it's still the same. Like you never know who's a cop, and it's in front of the state house, and that's all I'm saying. Like even though, there weren't any cops there, that fear still can be in the back of people's minds. There were definitely cops there, but that fear can be in the back of people's minds. And I'm always worried that people, won't smoke. So when we first got there, I'm like, okay, I hope there's a lot of people here and everyone's down for it because it takes a majority, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely hear you on that. But I mean, my experience getting there, at first it was the whole thing where that's always that awkward phase when you start going to a protest or anything like that. But then it was really cool. That's when I believe Rick started it. I don't know who, but everyone just started doing a huge mural of chalking on the concrete in front of the Capitol.
Rick just was like, oh, everyone grab some chalk, everyone draw. I didn't join in because I can't draw, and I was inspiring the troops with my hula hooping.
Yeah, you were hula hooping up to some Shad and other people's on the drums.
Yeah,
guitar.
And
there's
guitars, drums.
15 some plus people all drawing beautiful words or love or
seditious speeches.
Yeah, on the
and it came out really well.
It was awesome.
And that's another act of civil disobedience, and I felt like that was really inspiring. And that's something else you didn't see. People were sitting down definitely at the Boston 420 rally. They were definitely smoking, but there was no interaction. It was still this level of fear. At this 420 rally, it was no fucks given, if I can say it like that.
Why do you think they have fear down in Boston?
Because state of Massachusetts, babe. State of Massachusetts. Okay, guys. I gotta tell you a funny story when we come back. Ooh.
Hello.
Hi, who is this? Hello?
Yeah.
Block that motherfucker.
Oh, so people on YouTube, my apologies. You don't hear the LRN feed. I do. So yeah, that sucks. I had some issues going on with my my setup here, and I'm gonna get it fixed. Like, that's the goal. But I don't have any bumpers going out, so you don't even get the LRN feed. So I want to fill that that void of if we're not talking. I want to I'll put some music on. This is Consider the Source. They're playing Hempfest, NH Hempfest and Freedom Rally, nhempfest.com. Go buy your tickets. But they're one of the headlining acts. This is Consider the Source.
And welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. This is the Rebel Mistress here. Before we left, we were talking about the 420 rally, but I'm going to hop off that real quick. So I've been going to a drum circle, which is a truly hippie-centric experience.
So jealous.
I know, you're so jealous, and it's awesome. Let me tell you, like, I feel like if you've never been to a drum circle before, then you're missing out on life and just kind of the oneness of everything. I feel like it's made me a lot more mellow and appreciative of my surroundings. But anyway, drum circle's awesome. Finding yourself one is better than yoga, people. And I'm becoming a hooper. I'm gonna be hooping
great at
like
hooping,
a badass by Hempfest. I'm gonna be like all up in there, just like hooping it up. But anyway, So just totally flip off subject. So about my week this week. So I've been getting really weird texts since probably last Tuesday. Actually.
Yeah, this started right after the 420 rally, right?
No, last Tuesday I got the first text from this person.
Oh, I figured you would have told Derek about this like in Concord when we saw him.
No, okay, so this is the
weird.
This is the weird thing. That's what happened after. Okay, so about last Tuesday, I got a text from
2 different people.
No, it's the same person. Listen to the story.
I
like last Tuesday, I got a text from this random person saying, "Hey, what's up? Did I meet you in a pub?" And I didn't say anything back because I was like, okay. Or no, they were like, did you give me your number in a pub? I think I met you. You gave me your number in a pub, something like that. And I was like, no, that wasn't me. No, I didn't say anything actually because I was like, oh well, they'll obviously see that someone gave them the wrong number or something like that. That's what I originally thought. And then days go by, and then after 420 rally, I get another text like, hey, I don't even remember. I need my phone to remember. Let me just go to my Facebook page. But basically, someone saying, hey, like, why aren't you texting me back? Basically, I got your number off a business card. And then I text back like, oh no, I've never met anyone in the pub, and I don't have any. No, I just said I've never met anyone in a pub, and they were like, oh, but this is Anne, right? And I was like, what the fuck? And they were like, I'm like, okay, what do you want? And they were like, oh yeah, your friend Derek. And I was like, Derek who? And then they were like, oh, I don't remember his name. He's a scrawny white guy. But it was just all very creepy and just, I don't know.
Did they say who they were?
No, they never said.
Did you ask?
No.
Why didn't you?
Because they just started I figured they say like when I figured they say it.
It came across as very creepy.
I figured that
I'm just asking, like, why didn't you just simply ask him, like, hey,
no,
who the fuck are you?
Like when I said that I don't care who anyone is. First of all, if you're texting my phone, like I'm not a texter. I've lost. No, listen, let me finish. I lost my phone for like 3 days before. Like just today, I haven't had my phone for like 2 days before. If someone's texting me, I'm not a texter and I'm not going to text that person back. Like when they text me, did I get your number in the pub? And then they text me the second time, then I felt obligated to text back, say, hey, no, you got the wrong number or whatever. And then they kept pushing like, no, I know you, like basically trying to get me to talk to them. And then they started asking like, oh, no, I just want to play board games with your friend Derek. Like, so they
maybe it was Dale.
No, they changed how they got my phone number 3 times. They said, first off, I met them at a pub and I gave it to them. Then second off, they said, oh no, your friend Derek gave it to me by accident with your number written off the back. Yeah, and then the third time, they're like, oh no, your friend Derek's circulating your number around on the internet.
Which is highly unlikely.
No, it's very, and I asked him about it and he said, that's totally not, that never happened. Like, why would he ever do that? And that's what I thought anyway. And he wouldn't have wrote my number down on the back of a business card. So I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was all just really weird. So I decided that I want to get a gun. Just in case like there's someone stalking me, because it's better safe than sorry, you know. And I carry around a knife, like, and I'm not afraid to use it, because I feel like I have to protect myself. Like, I'm a non-violence type of person, but I have a right to protect, you know, my life, liberty, and property. Absolutely. And, you know, if I feel like someone's stalking me or anything intense like that, then I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to just like be aware of my surroundings, first of all. Get more handy with a gun. I need to take more self-defense classes.
Are you going to get a concealed carry permit?
No.
Are you going to conceal carry?
Probably.
Ooh, okay. Well, can we talk about whether or not we want to do this activism?
Yeah. What kind of activism do you want to do? I want to buy a gun in a private sale.
If you got arrested and you're concealed carrying without a permit, like, you know, that's extra charges thrown on. Now, if you're open carrying in New Hampshire, you can open carry, no problem, without a permit.
Oh, well, then I'll just open carry it. That way, no one will even try to fuck with me.
You can have a sidearm.
Like,
and
someone will be
fine.
stalking me, and then they'll just walk up and be like, "No, this bitch is crazy. She has don't even fuck with her." Like, that's fine.
Yeah, you just can't. Well, I mean, you can conceal carry. You just have to get a permit. Though
I just want to first.
They
things
say
first.
that they say you can't. But look at Derek J. Like they're going after him.
No, yeah.
You know, he had a permit.
Yeah, first things first. Like, I just want to do more shooting. Like, I mean, I'll worry about permits and all that bullshit later. First, I need to worry about myself and like self protection. Because we live in a mad world, babe. Like, and second of all, like it's pretty bad. And second of all, if the zombie apocalypse happens, like I want to know that I can aim at a target.
The last time we went shooting, you have you worked on your arms more?
Yeah, the hula hoop's been helping me.
Okay,
but yeah, no,
your target practice.
I think they'll help. And I was hitting those like clay shells, babe. I was out there making some progress.
Well, we need to go shooting again.
But yeah, so that was just my tangent about my weekend and me maybe having a stalker. So back to the 420 rally. After the 420 rally, I think the saddest thing on the planet, not the saddest thing on the planet, but it was just really sad that, hold on, let me go to the argue. The Senate killed the decriminalization bill 1 day after 420.
Oh, it's very symbolic of the state. Like, oh, hey, a whole bunch of you with other state reps
is on the front,
literally breaking the law in front of our building. Yeah,
like we were right on front.
You're not getting it legalized.
We were right on the lawn.
We own this state.
We were blowing the weed towards the state house. I'm sure they got contact high, and they still, didn't budge. Like they can't even decriminalize it, and I just think it's really sad. And it definitely is symbolic of the state. Hi, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
We got Steven.
Hello.
How's it going?
Excellent. I heard you guys talking about getting a gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
The real Mistress here is she's wanting to speed that up.
Yeah, I'm trying to speed up that process. We're about to go on break, Steven. Hope we can join you after the commercials.
All right, I'll see you after the commercial.
Steven, hello.
Hey, Rob.
Hey.
You want to sell us a gun in a private sale?
I don't want to sell you a gun because I have an awesome gun.
What kind of gun you got?
I have a 1911 Kimber. It's a 45 ACP. It has 8 rounds. It's pretty awesome.
Is that a big gun, or is it like compact?
It is big for a handgun. It's a very powerful weapon. The 45 is much more powerful than a normal like 9mm handgun.
I want a small one I can keep in my purse.
Do you have a concealed carry permit?
Are we on the air?
Not yet.
No, we're on the air on YouTube, but we're not on the air on LRN.
Okay, I always feel like I say a lot of great stuff like during.
Okay, just hold it in. Hold it in.
If you want, we could just go silence, and I'll put music on and bring you back if that works for you.
Yeah, that would help.
All right, man. No worries. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of consider the source on for those watching on YouTube. I haven't even been looking at the chat.
Did you tell Derek about Slactivism?
Oh, I haven't even told everyone else.
Oh, good, nice. So we'll just have to hear.
Yeah. The only people I told was Daniel.
Yeti up to my face.
And tequila.
You told Mathias?
No.
Oh.
I have not.
I think I might be allergic to alcohol or something.
I don't know what that even means, babe.
I just like.
Really drunk?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You're bringing it back.
No, you're bringing it back. You got Steven on there. I'm talking about guns and permits. You don't have to ask questions about permits. You dirty hippie! And you get intact.
Derek, what's your Glock 17?
26.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the smallest double stack. They made one smaller.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. We are broadcasting live on LRN.FM. We're also on IPMNation. And you guys, if you're listening at home right now on either one of those stations, go over to rebelloveshow.com/live and you can be watching myself and the Rebel Mistress here live in our studio, the Rebel Love Studio. And when we're going into the break, Steven called in all the way from the Free Coast. Steven, you there?
Howdy.
So, Steven, so when we're on break, we wanted to save all the good stuff. We're on air. We were talking about getting a gun. I definitely want to get a gun, and I want to learn more about guns. I've shot before, but really only once, and that was a lot of fun. And I definitely
It's a shame
learned.
we haven't done it more. We
Yeah.
really should have been shooting a lot more.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
got a gun out
summer.
in California, but I couldn't actually. It was illegal to have it in my house that wasn't locked up. And I couldn't carry it with me. So now that I'm out here in free Hampshire, I'm carrying it with me everywhere. It's awesome. I just went to the grocery store with it. I went to the
So do you
restaurant.
open carry it?
So you're open carrying?
Yeah. It's right
Okay.
on my hip.
Oh, okay. So do you have a concealed carry permit?
No, I definitely don't think a permit is necessary.
Well, obviously neither one of us do, but do you plan to get a concealed carry permit while in New Hampshire?
I don't know if I'll do that. I'm not planning on doing it right now. I don't mind open carrying.
See, the reason why I would, and this is the only reason why I would, all right, is it's not for the fact that I'm actually concealing it in my clothes or whatnot. It's the whole driving aspect. If you get pulled over and they search your car and they find a gun that's loaded, it's concealed carry under the law, which is really weird. But that's the case in New Hampshire, where if you are pulled over,
why would your car be being searched?
Yeah, why would you let them search your
I
car?
wouldn't let them search, but what if they did?
Like,
but that's like the thing. Like, if they did, they'd find guns and weed
to bear arms. Like, you don't need a permit to exercise your rights.
No,
millions of Dunkin' Donuts.
You're preaching to. I know. Oh my God, I have a problem. You're preaching to the choir, Stephen, in regards to I don't need a permit to do shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want as long as I'm not harming another human being.
Can we go shooting together, Stephen? It would be so romantic.
Yes. So we are going to go shooting soon in Manchester. There's a place called the Firing Line Range.
I know what you're talking about. Do I have to show identification?
I don't know.
I highly doubt they'll have to. I don't think they'll ID you. You can be underage and shoot. There's no age.
It's not an age. They want to know who you are or something.
Oh, so they actually do car getting in there?
Probably as a deposit in case you run off with a gun or something like that.
They let you use guns, or do you have to? Because I
You can rent guns, or you could bring your
Oh.
own. So if there's a bunch of people, everyone can rent a different one and then share them. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Rob wants to shoot an AK.
There's a
Yeah, I've
church
never
here, the
actually
Unitarian
shot
church
an
Jarek
AK
went
yet.
to, and they have gun safety classes.
Well, that's very
at
New
church.
Hampshire.
At a church?
Super New Hampshire.
Wow.
Were
Yeah.
they all wearing
Unitarian
flannel
church.
shirts too? Were they all wearing flannel?
No, actually, someone at the Quill, a pork we met, taught us how to shoot. Rob, our
I used to go shooting as a kid.
Yeah, and he taught me all the gun safety. So I know the basics. It definitely gave me a new respect for guns. Or that, or a taser, or even some pepper spray, or all three.
You don't need all three in your bag. What are you gonna do? Like you're just carrying a whole bag of like weapons.
Yeah.
Like, how many weapons do you need? Just have one quick one
All
to grab
of
to.
them.
Maybe a second one, a spare somewhere else, just in case.
I need like 3 just in
You're
case.
gonna be like that person that's you're gonna say that with guns. So you're gonna be walking down the street with like a gun on each like ankle, one on your side, one underneath your bra or something like that.
A leg
it's like,
holster
look,
one.
you don't know. I might have to grab a different one or something like that. You're gonna be
Yeah.
For Rebel Mistress, I recommend you get the one that Derek has. It's
I
pretty
know.
awesome.
I
It's
like
the Glock
I liked it. I
26.
like the Glock. I like
It's
the
very
Glock.
small,
Yeah, I've seen it. And it
compact.
looks cute in his panties. Yeah, no, I think a Glock would be beneficial. And then I'd add a Glock to my logo. I put a little Glock on the
on your
on the
logo.
leg.
Rob, what do you think the benefits are of getting a concealed carry permit?
Look,
Or why would you?
all right. I'll use this analogy. All right. Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah,
Why?
I guess fear of consequences being pulled over.
Okay, it's the exact same reason for getting a concealed carry permit.
But they don't like when you get pulled over. They don't ask, "Do you have a concealed carry permit?"
Look, it's just that I've seen.
Well, the thing is,
every activist picks and chooses their battle. That's my whole point. Every activist picks and chooses their battles. All right.
Okay.
I have an ID I have a piece of plastic with my face on it and my name that somehow gives me magical abilities to drive on the, quote unquote, their roads. Okay.
Well, you could still drive. Have you been pulled over?
I get pulled over all the time, man.
Oh, I don't get pulled over, but
Yeah.
so super paranoid.
But no, I actually do get pulled over a lot. But I have that. I know that I shouldn't need that to travel. But there's going to be this instance where these these men in costumes and guns that think they have authority will detain me, and if I don't have that in my pocket, they're going to arrest me. They're going to kidnap me and put me in a cage. So that's why I have it.
It's important to know the actual consequences of, like, if that were to happen and you didn't have a concealed carry permit, then it's a misdemeanor, and I believe the fine it's like punishable up to $1,000 and/or 1 year in prison.
I don't want to go to prison.
Yeah, I don't want to go to
maximum.
prison. I don't want to go to prison for a year, well alone anytime.
They'll never
Well,
take me alive.
Chances are very low that you would.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with Steven completely, actually.
And you have
I don't feel like
strong
there's a
case
reason to do
make
that.
that
What?
it's already a right.
Yeah,
You would definitely be able to go to court.
yeah. And if they ever pulled us over, it's not like, we'll be like, oh, if they ask, can I search your car? Hell fucking no. Like, we know our rights. So it's like, I don't know. The chances are slim. I wouldn't get one. But I do want to shoot. I feel like friends shoot with each other.
We need to have like a shooting like monthly event, like a all-out porcupine shootout.
So you
Someone
want
needs to
to
organize
start a
that. Someone needs to-
militia? Is
yeah,
what you're
yeah, someone
saying?
needs to
Shootout
start
would
that.
be
You're calling
excellent.
for a militia?
No, I just want a bunch of us to get together and be better, shots,
Shooters.
better, better aim, help each other out.
Yeah. And we
Oh.
can get the place to take Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, because we're always there. Or we could just rent a place, Okay.
Well, I had always planned to get the concealed carry permit when I moved here. Right now, I think I'm going to get a driver's license first, so that I don't have this California driver's licenence. And,
Be careful,
I'll be-
man.
I'll be
I
more
actually
like
had a
New
story
Hampshire
on
with you.
here about the bureaucrats. Like they press hard for that identification. Like I lost my ID, so I'm trying to get a new one. But I lost my birth certificate, so I had to send for a new one. And so they won't take any kind of copies. Everything has to be notarized. Everything has to be within the same month of the request. And it's like dot all your I's and cross all your T's when you're dealing with hardcore bureaucrats, because they won't let anything slip through the cracks. It's crazy that I have to prove.
You have to prove to them and go through all their hoops to say that you were born.
Yeah. Because I obviously don't exist.
Yeah, you have to get a notarized copy of a certificate that was created.
And it's like $45.
So they know that you actually are a human being, and then that you could have an identification.
But it's like
just so you can get into bars.
Yeah, just so I can get into
the whole purpose of it. It's not
and
for you to drive.
It's like
doing some BIPCOT no-gov licenses that verify your age, and they're super official, but they're BIPCOT. And they're like really nicely printed.
When you say when you say super official,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm looking at my California state card, and it's really fancy. It has like the like images that are watered on, holograms and stuff, and it's all complex. So if you make a really good BIPCOT one, then you could get into a bar. They just look at the date of your birth.
Well, thanks, Stephen. These BIPCOT licenses, I really want to see more about them. But
well,
anyways,
it's really good to have this holster, and let's definitely go to Manchester firing range.
Yes, let's do it. What do you think someone would say if you came to a bar and was like, "Here's my BIPCOT license," and then you gave it to them, and then they look at it like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'd tell them that it's an official age verification service that is designed, and all the cool bars are using it these days.
Do you have this created?
Do you have this?
No, you could go to bipcot.org. There might be some up there.
Was it something actually created at one point?
Derek has a bipcot.org driver's license. It's right there on the webpage.
Well, you guys should do a story of him like trying to use it and film it and see the reaction. I'd love to see this in action.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's just a piece of paper. We need a much better one. I guess we could start with a bad one and see if we get in.
Well, you know, in the state of New Hampshire, when you get your ID, the first one's actually on paper.
That's everywhere, babe.
No, that is not. In Illinois, they printed up your ID immediately in the DMV and handed it to you.
Well, in Boston and in Georgia, they give you pieces of paper.
That's some weird bullshit. That's really weird. They have the card printer right there. Why not just print it? You're right there. You're standing right there.
Because they have to make it government official.
By sending it through the mail and printing another copy in front for you.
They have to give it time to bake before it arrives.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck their problem. Bureaucrats, man. They just want you to jump through as many hoops as possible. And no one even takes those paper IDs. It's bullshit.
Steven, did you want to stay on to the next segment?
Yeah, I'll stay on.
Okay, cool. I wanted to read this. I'm coming back reading this quote by Senator Gary Daniels.
Gary Daniels.
Yeah, we are. I'll just read it when we come back.
All right.
Why? The reason for not decriminalizing marijuana. And I want you to tell me if it's good, if that's a good reason.
Okay, I'll let you know. Okay. I don't know if I can... They need to update this commercial.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you can't hear it, Steven.
No.
My mixed mind's all fucked up, man. I gotta fix it. It's messed up. It's not working. I'm operating off one PC, so there's no LRN feed going to the YouTube feed right now. It really sucks. We hear it in our headsets, though.
I've been using new software that simulates a mixer.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you don't need a mixer, but I'm figuring it all out right now.
If you can do like a mixed minus on one PC, Please let me know how you do that, because that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you can if your machine has a digital audio card, which is a new thing that they're starting to have, which basically allows you to process. That's like what a mixer does mechanically.
We're coming back in like 30 seconds, by the way.
And welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. You're here live with the Rebel Mistress, Rob, Mathias, and Steven Zeiler. So I'm swinging it back to one day after 420. It was a sad day in hell. The Senate overruled, or whatever you call it, decriminalizing marijuana. And I just kept asking myself, like, even though I know it's the state, it's just like, we have so much technology and so much access to technology that it's clear, abundantly clear, that cannabis has more positive side effects than negative. There's almost no negative effects. Actually, I'll say there are no negative effects. Like, it's all recreational, and it has healing properties, and everything is proven. They're doing studies now where in places where it's legalized, and you have actual hard science to kind of back cannabis reform. And so you still gotta always ask yourself why. And so here's what Senator Gary Daniels, a Milford Republican, said. He said, "We are in a war. The last thing we need is to tell our citizens that it's okay to use a little marijuana or any other illegal substance." So I don't know what you think about this, but just now that I know the truth behind why they call cannabis marijuana, to kind of make it sound more ghetto and Spanish, so people can associate it with negative things. Everything about this is just biased. And you can't be in a war with drugs.
It sounds the way he said that, or that quote, it sounds more like he's saying that they're at war with their citizens. That's what it sounds like, and you can't give them any leeway. They're saying like, "Oh, you guys can."
Yeah, you can't be
get away
at
with
war
just
with a substance.
Yeah.
So he is saying there. Who else is there? Who else are they at war with? You're right.
They're at war with their constituents. I mean, the vast majority of New Hampshire wants pot to be completely legalized. There's no reason for it to be where it is now, and New Hampshire just keeps going backwards and backwards. And it's intense that the state house, which to my knowledge is still mostly Republican controlled, I think I've lost count, 8 times, 7 times. In the last 5 years, they've passed some sort of decrim or full-on legalization bill through the state house.
Yeah,
and the senators, I think there's only like 25 senators or something like that, something small in the state senate.
Yeah,
always voted down before hits the Democrat governor, who vows to veto it anyway.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're here, Steven, because I actually had something that you said at the 420 rally when we were talking about legalization. You had made the comment, it looks like the cannabis industry is alive and flourishing right now because we're all smoking it, everyone has access, it's great. So it led me to the question, should we treat our weed like we treat our Bitcoin? We want the government's hands off. Like, should we really be hoping for legalization?
Well, of course we don't want any government anything at all, but the one problem is, like, you still can't get high-tech products for weed. Like, where it's super above the table, like Colorado, you can get like cool vaporizer cartridges that you just pop in, and then they're dankest like oil you can get, and all these high-tech like sodas. And I guess maybe agorists could keep just making better stuff and keeping it underground. I think maybe the state would just go away before they really attacked any small businesses.
I mean, Amazon, you can still order all that stuff.
Well, I mean, the problem with marijuana and agorism is the fact that when it's out in the open, like they can actually have more research and development, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I love seeing a technological boom in regards to advances in how I smoke pot.
Yeah.
It never ceases to
We're
amaze me.
doing it the old-fashioned way.
I feel like I'm always discovering something different, something new, like some other way to do it.
We're doing it the old-fashioned way, and you're right. Like, we're definitely behind in tech because of the regulation. I mean, we still kind of have access, and yes, we can order it and off the internet, and maybe it takes a long time to get here, or we know that one place that's underground or whatever. But yeah, we don't have all the newest of the newest stuff, and we also don't have any of the treatments. Like, there are people dying of cancer who can't use marijuana to save their lives.
You are using the oldest thing ever. It's kind of embarrassing, really. It's like combustion, really. There are much more high-tech solutions for marijuana.
What's your favorite way of getting high off of marijuana, Steven?
I use a PAX.
Cannabis, guys. Say cannabis.
I'm sorry, cannabis.
I use a vaporizer called PAX, which is a really elegant, like, handheld thing that you just put bud into.
Oh, so you just put the herb in it?
Yeah, you just
like
put it in one end, and then it's really smooth and nice and discreet.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be able to smoke weed everywhere. Like, I want to be high all day. I want my blood to be pumped full of weed.
Like, people have cookies and things like that, but there would be sodas and like savory foods and all kinds of great.
Yeah, I could go to the convenience store and get a pot sucker and just live my fucking life, yo.
Well, I think people should just do that and make those things and sell them to their friends and just, like, really, I think if you just keep it among friends and everyone just makes that part of the culture, then it would be great.
You know, I don't know about you.
We're still limited.
But I always assume that everyone's gonna smoke with me if I'm in a room. You know, like if we're all hanging out together and someone says, "Hey, who wants to smoke?" Like I already assume that everyone I interact with wants to smoke pot. Like they want to smoke a bowl or share a blunt or something along those lines.
Exactly. The state is very not present in your life, and especially among friends. So it's like, if you said, like, "Hey, does anyone want some nice edible, like, nachos that are marijuana that I made?" Like,
oh, that sounds awesome. You got some nacho edibles.
Like, I think people should just sell those for Bitcoin to their friends and start making better stuff.
I mean, yeah, agorism, and I feel like we have a lot of that in the community, but still, it just saddens me on a global scale.
Do you buy your drugs with Bitcoin, Steven?
I buy everything I can with Bitcoin.
Well, you're doing it wrong. You should be hoarding your Bitcoin.
That's one thing that I can buy with Bitcoin.
You should be hoarding your Bitcoin, not giving it away.
No, I disagree. I'm still not in that camp.
I'm not giving it away. I'm using it as money, as intended. I'm actually creating value in the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Well, yeah, you create value, and then I'll hoard my Bitcoin, and then you just increase its value by spending yours. Or give me all your Bitcoin.
You have nasty dollars, whereas I'm using high-tech Bitcoin.
No, I got Bitcoin and Ethereum and silver. I am very much into the crypto.
Well, you got to use it. You got to spend it wherever possible.
I got to hoard it.
No, I'm on the fence of both. Like I'm all in favor of spending it, but you got to replenish what you're spending in Bitcoin.
Exactly. You got to sell your dollars for Bitcoin. Instead of holding dollars, you hold Bitcoin and then just spend that.
You know, whenever I'm looking to buy Bitcoin, I always put it out there. I'm selling Federal Reserve notes. Who wants to buy some?
Nice.
You know. Because I don't want to make it out like I'm buying Bitcoin. No, it's the other way around. Like you're buying some of these ferns from me. Like, get them off my hands. I'll sell.
Well, luckily we have Bitcoin meetups and stuff. I mean, I feel like there's not enough places that take Bitcoin still. And I don't even really care if they do or don't, because as of right now, like until that happens, I want to save it. And just do Bitcoin activism. Just tell all my friends about it. And
well,
I know you
best,
don't. You and Derek go to
Bitcoin activism,
restaurants and
is actually asking people to take it. Whenever you pay, ask them. Say like, I would prefer to pay with Bitcoin, and so would my friends.
yeah.
And like that, I think that's the best activism.
We've been
because
doing
you're
it to
talking
like
businesses.
this one restaurant.
I've got one restaurant. Technically, yeah. I guess I did it. I didn't really do it, but I want to claim that I did it just for the hell of it. About a year ago, there was a pizza place here in Manch. Ironically called, and it's still there, Pizza 911.
Yeah, it was a cop. It was
a
a cop. It was a
team,
cop sucking
but the
pizza
manager loves LRN, listens to all the shows, and like messaged me on Facebook because you hear us talking about Bitcoin all the time. Going, hey, how do I can get my restaurant to accept Bitcoin? How do we do that? And I put him in a group chat with like all like the Bitcoin ballas in Manch Vegas, and like put them all together. Like, here, get this guy to accept Bitcoin. And within like a week, they did. I don't know if they still do because I don't.
No,
believe
the
that
guy got
works there
fired.
anymore.
The
Yeah.
manager got fired. But yeah.
You could take credit for that. It's never one person who does it. It's always like the 8th time that someone tried to get them to do it is when they finally crack.
That's true.
Well, keep
Right.
spreading the Bitcoin love. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah, peace.
Peace. Want to talk about the checkpoint?
Well, let's say bye to Steven really quick. Hello. Oh, hey, he got
I
off.
think he hung up. Okay, want to play some music?
Yeah. All right, guys. This is I'm gonna put some music on for the long break. I'm gonna put on
already the long break.
Yeah, we're at top of the hour here. All right, this is the Heavy Pets. They'll be performing at NH Hempfest and Freedom Rally. So NHHempfest.com. Go buy your tickets. And we got some huge announcements coming up for Hempfest as well. Or more so our wedding. Actually, all of our wedding. It was.
keep me running, you keep me guessing at what to do. That crumbled paper in your pocket scribbles to show your mood. I second guess myself, I feel I'm second guessing you. The only difference is the part I have to show my mood. Just goes to show you can split 5-6 ways when the space holds two. Your meal's paid, you're compensated with our revenue.
And welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. This is the Rebel Mistress here with Rob Mathias.
Did you think I was going to be bringing it back?
No, I was just fucking with you.
No, I was fucking with you, babe.
Whatever.
I was
Anyway,
gonna see which one would blink first.
I'm a better bluffer than you. We never play cards. We should play more cards around here.
You know, okay.
I love cards.
Maybe we will, but I want to have to let you win.
You're not gonna have to let me win.
I have to look. You get upset whenever I win.
cards.
You get upset all the time whenever I
No,
win.
you win all the time.
Yeah, because I'm always better at any competition that we have.
No, only things that involve coordination.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'm not good at video games. Yeah.
I'm good at trivia compared to you.
No. Well, yeah, because you've seen more TV than
I'm
me.
also can sing a lot better too.
Aww,
Don't get me
that
wrong.
was
Don't get me wrong. You're a sexy singer. You are.
You
are. I'm just
even
that
sing
much
good.
better. I'm just that much better.
You're not even a good singer.
Okay, well, maybe I'm not,
I'm
but
a
I
great-
do make
I'm
up.
a
I
good
do make
singer.
up with stage presence.
Yeah, you got a good stage presence. Anyway,
Okay.
so after we were karaokeing it up, there was a DUI checkpoint. You know, we usually look forward to checkpoint season and all of that. And you know, our first date was cop blocking, and Pete Air of Cop Block put out this amazing video, featuring a lot of Rob's
It was like
videos.
it was all my videos.
It was
Like,
all. It was
that
all.
was, to my knowledge, all those videos,
It was-
all the
yeah.
snippets, all the cuts he made.
Yeah.
That was from like 2 years worth of Cop Block videos that I did.
And Cassidy was in it, which I thought was really nice. I thought she did a good job.
She was at like all of them.
Yeah, I remember her being at all of them. It was great back then too. It was like it's funny how I consider that back in the day.
Back in the day,
That
that was
was
like
back
5
in
Shire
the
years
fucking
ago. That was a
day,
long
yo.
time ago.
Yeah.
Lots happened. Everyone's different. Everything's changed.
I know. It's like
a
even
different feeling.
looking at the DUI videos and seeing us back then is crazy. But definitely hotter, I think. I am.
You think you were hotter back then?
No, now I'm hotter now.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm hotter
mean,
now. Definitely.
Yeah, you
But
definitely got
anyway.
your style going compared to back then. I didn't want to say anything.
What?
Yeah.
I got your style.
No,
going.
yeah, I brought
Okay.
your style up.
No,
I always have. I keep
no.
doing it. I keep setting the bar high. and you keep
Anyway,
bringing it
so
up.
at this
I like the
checkpoint,
competition. I won't
Rob
lie.
didn't want to stay long because he felt like he was burnt out. This is what he
No,
says.
no,
but
hey, you are throwing me under the
I
bus. This was
feel-
a joint operation. We both looked each other in the eyes.
No, that didn't happen.
That
it was
did
just
happen.
you.
That is a web of lies.
It's not a web of lies.
No, that is not a okay.
Okay, well, what's your version of what happened?
Of what happened during the
Yeah,
checkpoint?
why we went to the checkpoint.
No, we were there for like almost 30 minutes. So I want to say
No,
we weren't
well,
there. Maybe
the thing
25,
is,
but-
this is the thing with DUI checkpoints. They have to announce that they're having the DUI checkpoint, but they don't tell you where. So they send a scout out to find out where they're setting it up, which is usually in the same place, but you're never too sure. So they didn't really tell us where the checkpoint was until like 10-ish. And we already didn't feel like staying very long anyway. And then we walked there, and then we didn't get Dunkin' Donuts.
That
So
was the
we
problem.
made a lot of
We
errors
didn't get our
going to the
drugs.
checkpoint.
We didn't get drugs
We didn't-
before.
Don't kid yourself. Caffeine's a drug. It's a
oh,
real
yeah,
drug.
yeah,
Caffeine's a fucking drug.
Look, I will
We
say
weren't-
I don't think I have a drug problem except for in one place.
Caffeine.
Yeah, like I
I
have
can
to have
live
coffee. I
without
have to have some
cocaine.
sort of espresso
I can live
throughout the
without
day.
LSD. I can live without marijuana. Like I'll get bitchy, but I can live
Yeah,
without
me too.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Caffeine, I cannot live without. Like literally, my body will shut down. I'll go weak in the knees. Like I feel like I'm gonna die if I don't have caffeine. That's how I know that I'm addicted, and I'm okay with this addiction.
Yeah, me too. I've
As long as
always
I-
been okay with caffeine addiction.
I don't feel
In
like
fact,
I'll end
if
up with Requiem for a Dream where I'm out there like double like what was she doing at the end of Requiem for a Dream?
I don't know, but I can tell you right now,
I don't feel like I'll ever be
if-
that desperate
if
for
people
it. But I'll
calling
get it.
themselves the government, the state, ever decide to make this contraband, I will become
What is
the.
this?
I'm
Coffee?
holding coffee up to the camera for those watching at rebelloveshow.com/live. The moment that they make that contraband, I will be, I will like be the biggest drug kingpin in all of the Shire. I'll be the Heisenberg of the Shire. All right. I already got
I don't believe you got the stones.
Oh, if they came from my coffee, that's my line in the sand. Someone look,
I
every
don't know.
activist picks and chooses their
anything.
battle. Mine, I would battle to the core if they took my coffee.
Tell me more about Heisenberg and his defense strategies.
I can't.
Okay, then. So shut your mouth.
No. The only reason why I can't because it would spoil Breaking Bad. We can't.
Anyway,
do that
I feel like these are, if you're ever gonna do a DUI checkpoint or any other kind of checkpoints, these are the things you need to have. If you're gonna walk, you need to make sure you got some kind of energy drink or some kind of coffee.
Yeah,
make sure you bring a jacket. Yeah, and just don't have a very, very proactive day.
See, now,
pretty much.
All right.
Those are the key things.
So the events leading up to the checkpoint, which literally was only like we're walking distance from the checkpoint.
Do you think you will burn out?
Walked over there.
Will there be a time where they announce a DUI checkpoint that you just won't go?
I don't know.
Are you retiring from activism?
Oh,
I know you hate.
God, don't say
I know
that.
You hate
no, I'm never gonna. I've been very adamantly. I've said that plenty of times. I hate cop blocking. So I've said that on the cop block panel in convention. I literally said I hate cop blocking.
Why do you go?
I'll cop block when I feel like I have to. Now, the only caveat that I would say to that is during checkpoints, they're fun and you're with a bunch of people and it's empowering and it's awesome and people honking and supporting. You also get to make connections with people who are curious about why you're doing this, because it is really odd to protest a checkpoint. Nobody does that except for here in the Shire.
They do it other places.
No, they do, but it's really rare.
It's rare.
And people get arrested.
There's not that many parties. How many people usually come to.
So there's a huge concerted effort to do it, and it's very uplifting. And but I've done it a lot. I've done a lot of them. I feel like I've gone through the trenches,
So you feel like you can retire?
I filmed so much. It's not that I feel like I want to retire.
See, this is my thing.
I've just done it so much. I've done it so much.
When I was at the checkpoint, for me, I felt so inspired because I was holding my sign that said "Turn now, police ahead," and I saved maybe 8 cars.
Yeah,
they honked at me in approval, gave me thumbs up, said thanks, Ann or man or dude, and honked, and it was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to save someone from road pirates. I was screaming, "Turn now, road pirates ahead." It's the one time I can scream and get all my rage at the state out.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So I mean, I really like the checkpoints. I don't feel like there'll ever be a time for me where I won't go. I'm not very burnt out.
So you're gonna. What if I decide to not go? Are you still gonna go without me? Are you gonna go? You're gonna go cop blocking without me?
Yeah, and I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna judge you because you moved here for a purpose. I want to take our kids cop blocking one day.
Okay, I'm not a bad activist for that. Wanting to always go cop.
You are.
It's so.
It's the title of this show, Slactivism, yo.
I am a slacktivist. Look, I do enough.
What do you do?
I don't even know.
Exactly.
What do I do? I think I do things. I think I'm making the world a different place. I'm just living
the only way
I do what I like to do because it's fun.
Yeah, but I understand. But I feel like in regards to activism, there will be a time where we just can't do something, and we focus on individual liberations of the mind. But I'm not burnt out from cop blocking yet, and I look forward to the next DUI checkpoint. Oh, no, when we come back, we have to mention the man's Vegas alert cop sucker who was mad at the DUI checkpoint because they love the cops so much. It was gross. I have to go with Tila to pick up her dress tomorrow.
All right.
Did you hear me?
All right, guys. Let's listen to. Let's see here. Let's try. Ooh, Spiritual Res. Look them up. They're another band at Hempfest. Spiritual Res.
It looks like you watched something from them already.
All right, guys. This is Spiritual Res. Go buy your tickets at nhhempfest.com.
My mama told me not to settle on a girl like that. Everything you ever wanted, you will certainly have. Close your eyes and visualize the girl of your dreams. My youngest son, tell me what it is you see. So I closed my eyes, I saw her face. My mama smiled like a warm embrace. She had brown skin and bright blue eyes. That's when I realized Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Tried to find the girl that I had dreamed about. My mama back, my daddy came and sat me down. Said you had to find the girl that you're looking for. Just like I found your mother that you already told. But how will I know? How will I know? He smiled as he told me so. He said, you will just know, you will just know. Don't be afraid, now go away. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. So I left my home for the freezing north to learn about music and to find myself. I searched so far and long, going state to state, singing all of my songs. I saw a face, good a place where we've seen it from. Blue jeans, blue shirt, dancing, having fun. Everybody all around us just disappeared. Just me and the woman I was looking for. And I just know, just like my daddy was told me. So now she's mine all the time. I never looked back. Me and her and that's sad, that's sad. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon. Agapula, Agapula, Agapula moon.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show, and even though we weren't at the last checkpoint for too long, we made an appearance. We did a little bit, but we weren't out there for like over an hour or so. There were a lot of people there. I think they hit like about 20 people, 25 people at some point. I mean, where else in the world do you get like, you know, a couple dozen people to go out and cop block a DUI checkpoint? Like that just doesn't happen anywhere.
Only in Vegas,
Yeah.
baby. Speaking of Mancha Vegas.
Yeah, so they got there's basically in New Hampshire, there's besides in the porcupine community, like, you know, Facebook groups that are dedicated to certain areas, like multiple parts of New Hampshire just have there's these popular Facebook groups. and one of them or pages, and one of them is Manch Vegas Alerts, which I'll be honest, I subscribe to it because like whoever, I don't even know who runs this, but whoever does, they post a lot of relevant information whenever there's like an arrest or something going on in the city. Like you literally know about it. It's on that page. Like it's always being updated. They never post anything political that from what I've seen really, but during the checkpoint, like they stir up the huge controversy. Basically, the owner of the page going about how bitching about the people standing out there, going on about how he hates freedom of speech because of this. Because you
people, want me to
like
scheme through because you're. How would you people who are standing at the end of the street telling people not to turn down the street? Because there's a checkpoint there, feel if someone that you diverted went on to kill a family because they were driving drunk? Would that make you feel good? Would that make you feel better because their rights weren't violated? Okay. So he goes on to say, I apologize if this offends anyone, but the subject is very touchy for me. I get so extremely upset when I see people standing outside holding signs and telling people not to go certain ways because there are checkpoints that could possibly catch them while they are driving drunk. Even if a checkpoint only nets one drunk driver, that is a life saved. I pulled over and asked some of the people on the corner how they feel if someone was killed by somebody they diverted, and no one had an answer for me. So first of all,
he thanks the Manchester PD.
Oh yeah, thank you MPD for helping make our streets a little bit safer to drive on. Okay, so first of all, I hardly believe that no one answered this guy because everyone is vocal at those checkpoints.
Oh like, yeah,
everyone. Vocal. Every time a driver stops by to ask someone, "What are you doing here?" everyone has an answer. No one is ever silently sitting there saying nothing. Ever. So like first of all, this guy is just obviously kind of I don't even know what to call it. Elaborating here. I don't know. He's not
a super statist.
But he's not even saying things that are true, basically. Like I don't believe no one answered him when he asked, because my answer to him would have been well, just as people were commenting who were cop blocking, saying, these rarely ever. I think it showed the stats, and yeah, maybe it was only one in like the last 5 years or something crazy like that. Is usually things for like tickets, stickers, crazy shit to get revenue from people. That's all it is. And that is what's unconstitutional. If someone is going to drive drunk, they were probably, how about police go and actually do a job and start at bars, maybe see someone get in their car and then follow them from that way, see if people are swerving. Like, no, why set up a checkpoint in the middle of the street to, harass me and my family and everybody else to catch drunk drivers? How about you actually go out and catch drunk drivers? Like, if you really want to hold the police to that kind of standard and make them accountable, it just really doesn't make sense to me. And all the cop suckers on here, like, they were so nice when they were extorting me. Like, these are fucking road pirates. They have no right. And we have a right to tell people that they don't have to interact with them. Like, I feel like we're saving people's lives because cops are dangerous criminals.
Oh, I 100% agree. I believe that the people that go out there, like we have in the past, we're definitely saving people from having to deal with the state, so that they don't get have to go through the court system or pay them money, or even possibly risk being kidnapped over some issue that might be from their past, or who knows? I have no idea. But we're saving people from being kidnapped or like extorted by the city of Manchester. Yeah. So, but yes, I 100% agree with you. But my point is I get a little burnt out from doing that so much. Like, there's can we have a rotation? Can we get people to rotate? See, the thing is, we don't even go actually cop blocking, like listening to police scanners and stuff. I've never heard you listen to a police scanner.
I listened to a police scanner when the cops were harassing us when you weren't here. They were harassing me. Yeah. I was listening to the police scanner because I was here by myself, and I was like, one of these motherfuckers is going to try to break in, because they tried to come in the house multiple times with me saying, no, you're not welcomed. So yeah, I listened to the police scanner. No shame in my game. But I'm not I'm not a cop chaser either.
Yeah,
like I don't want to deal with cops.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to deal with the motherfuckers at the DMV.
Oh.
Like I hate bureaucrats.
I didn't tell you. There was a time I actually just recently I almost went cop blocking without you.
When?
So when me and Renee were leaving the courthouse, we were walking around to our a car, and the cops like pulled behind it, like not somewhat behind us, but like went up to a car and looked like they're like raiding a car or something like that. We're like right around the corner, so as soon as we sat in the car, we got right back out and walked over with the Sony Handycam that we had there, and then my camera, like both filming. And by the time we walked around the corner, they're already getting back in their car and leaving.
Well, that sucks.
But we almost did cop blocking, but didn't have to. And we both looked each other in the eye like, let's go get coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Like
so
that was like the scenario.
Instead of cop blocking, we ended up going to the bowling alley, which was a lot of fun. Even though Rob's a super old man, and he was like, the bowling alley's too expensive. And back in my day,
it was like $20 a person. Like, what the fuck?
It was $17 a person.
Why? There's no reason that
it had
should be
a bar. It had a bar and a full restaurant. And it had a club, lights, and
bowling
music.
alley does.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Every bowling alley has a pub of some sort, and it has
no, but this was like a club, like
okay, yeah. There's a bunch of neon lights
atmosphere.
Everywhere, and it was playing club music. Yes.
And
I get that.
Full bar. I don't know, and it was pretty cool, and the food was delicious. So we ended up going to the bar, and Slactivism of the year. But sometimes you gotta live your life, and bowling was a lot more fun than cop block, but we definitely recommend that you cop block everywhere you are, and especially when you need to. Well, I feel like we've needed to a lot this year, because I feel like even when we get pulled over and we film cops, like that is cop blocking. So, I consider all kinds of activism to fall.
Well, that's like going out of your way. That's when it's happening right to you. Yeah, I'm always going to do that when it's happening right to me. Like, I'm always going to reach for my camera.
Exactly. And that's probably another reason you feel burnt out, is because, we have to so much.
I have been. I do it every couple of months. I'm recording like government officials, even though I hate being around them.
We're going to tell you a little more about HempFest and a big announcement when we come back. Huge announcement. Yay.
All right, guys. I want to put a little Zach Deputy on for you, because I'm always digging a Zach Deputy.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, come in.
I won't have a camera pointing at it, but you can jump on it if you want.
Let's smoke up. How was work?
Yeah. Which primary?
Days where they do like 5 states at once. Trump and Hillary. Surprise, surprise. All that fun matrix stuff.
Do you want to see?
See what? On here? Yeah, I think so. close all the windows. Hold on. Wait. What are you trying to do? We'll show them after the. Unless you can send it to them. Can you send that template? We'll just show them after the show. This is a screen capture right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true. There's not that many videos of them. Zach Deputy.
Just that you said, swirly. Just that you said, swirly.
Bring it back.
We got a topic we're getting into, or
We're talking about
We're gonna talk about the wedding.
gotcha.
We're gonna announce right now. We're making our announcement. All right, we're coming up.
And welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. You're here live with the Rebel Mistress. And we also got Robert Mathias and special guest Cody O'Connor.
Straight from the studio.
Yeah, right
in
back from
Concord.
work. Figured I'd pop in, say hi to you guys.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's actually really good that we got you on because Cody is Rob's best man. So it's all fitting that
Wedding
you come
party.
on. When we talk about wedding stuff. So we recently just had a HempFest meeting, kind of dotting some I's and crossing some T's. And in this meeting, it was awesome. You know, it's always awesome when we have a meeting with Rick because Rick's just a spiritual kind of guy. But we were brainstorming ideas and timing. So our wedding's officially at 1 p.m. August 27th. That Saturday of HempFest. It's going to be great. We got an array of things going on. We got some hoop dancers. We got some singing, some poems. Like it's going to be a very theatrical event.
It's going to be the wedding of the century.
Wedding of the century, people.
according
And
to Rick Nana.
speaking of, we've updated our registry because we're going to buy a car soon, which is paying for our honeymoon because
Yep,
we're going to do a cross-country trip to Utah, stay in the Mystic Hot Springs, which is going to be
sexy.
very romantic. So check out our new wedding
Rebel
registry.
Lovers Forever dot
love.
love is our wedding registry.
So when we're planning out the schedule, if we're going, our wedding is right before Zach Deputy's main performance.
And we didn't want to compete with Zach Deputy. That was like any of the acts. Like that's the act we did not want to compete with.
Because we love Zach Deputy, and our highlight of HempFest last year was Zach Deputy. So I had the idea that we should invite him to the wedding, and he's a sweet guy, and I've fangirled him before, and you know we've kind of been we've kind of did a back and forth. So I'm not too creepy straight off the back. So I was like, I'm just gonna write him this long message, and we're gonna invite him to the wedding, and you know. Maybe he could even lead the procession back to our tent where we consummate our marriage. And I thought that would be cool. And we were all like, okay, that would be super cool. We asked him, and he said he'd love to.
He said he'd love to.
Get a hand for them.
Yeah,
that's a big deal, right?
That's
It's a pretty big deal.
That's huge. Zach
fucking
Deputy is going to be leading our procession.
Maybe he'll
from our
even
wedding
sing.
site
He's a one-man
through the
jam band. He'll probably.
campgrounds.
What if he like brings his guitar and like serenades us as we do the procession? I don't know. He can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants, but that'd be awesome. I'm if he plays some music and
Yeah.
like got everyone into it. Like
Yeah. And I think it's gonna be awesome, and he's gonna attend our wedding. And I told him he has VIP seating, so right up front, up close and personal. So yeah, that was my big announcement. And of course, HempFest is just gonna be awesome. We're gonna have Rick Naya on the show again soon to talk about all the new updates and kind of the schedule for HempFest. And it's supposed to be really awesome. And actually, we might even go to Strange Creek.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Maybe
we might be going to Strange Creek.
Rob can get his shit together.
So what is this Strange Creek? Is that another festival?
Yeah, it's like a mini hemp fest. I don't know. It's just it's just a music festival.
I don't think
is it mini?
No,
I don't even know.
See, you don't even
go to a festival.
Is it at the same venue or is it somewhere else?
Oh no, this is not at Rogers. This is down in Mass.
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
This is like it's like there's Wormtown it's at the same place, and like Wormtown happens in the fall and Strange Creek happens in the spring, but it's the same location. It's basically the same festival from what I gather. This is all word of mouth that I've heard from other people saying.
I don't know if it's smaller. There's like I'm trying to look at their event page. But yeah, it's out there in Mass, and it's the same headliners. Like Zach Deputy's gonna be there, which is one reason I want to go, because I kind of want to just stalk him now, you know. So then he can be like,
don't scare him off. Don't scare him away.
I hope he listens to this show at some point.
Yeah, we sent him the show. He's gonna be like, that's that girl who's always stalking me. I'm gonna be at her wedding. Then.
So
are you saying that Zach Deputy is your Cyril?
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Would you bring it to that level?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that level.
Nowhere near.
Nobody ever gets to that level. Nor should they.
Except Renee.
Yeah.
I have that kind of obsession. I don't come to him, but he's pretty great. I do like him a lot. I'm just gonna stalk him a little bit. Anyway.
Just a little.
Just a little. A little stalking never hurt.
See, my thing is I'm not that knowledgeable on like the festy music scene as I probably should be.
Yeah, you really should be.
I know. I'm doing what I can.
That's why we got to go to more festivals, and we're really getting the opportunity to kind of cross over into this whole festy scene, and we're definitely going to be doing a lot of camping this year.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a shit ton of camping. You got to get a bigger tent, man. You gotta get
another tent to fit a girl in.
Yeah, it's a decent one, but I know I can't compete with you.
You gotta get like a 10-foot tent, man.
So what happens if I get a tent that's bigger than yours? Are you gonna be a little bit jelly?
Yeah.
No.
Look,
don't worry about that, because trust me, I don't have the money.
See, there's 2.2 thousand people who are 2.7 thousand people. No, 2.2 thousand people who are going, who replied that they're RSVP'd. Yes.
Okay.
And we know the first 50, this festival is probably, and the tickets are $130, which, you know, I feel like compared, especially since HempFest is having the same bands, you can still buy your tickets for $75. Like, you need to go ahead and jump on that.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't bought tickets at HempFest, like, get on it. It's dirt cheap right now.
I love emerging into this festy scene, because I feel like even as we're doing more like LSD, you know, our minds are evolving so like rapidly that like this festy scene is
don't you feel it? Don't you feel different?
Yeah.
Like as we get more involved in this community, we give less of a fuck. Like I feel so much more out of the matrix since I've moved here.
Less fucks,
which I wanted to mention, like a little update about, you know, I've been here like a month and a half now,
something like that,
like a Shire year.
It feels like a Shire year.
You're coming up to a Shire. He's not yet.
He's in Shire time particles or whatever.
Time definitely goes by faster, doesn't it?
Time is speeding up rapidly.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I feel great. Like I feel so much better than when I first got here.
How many drinks did you
I don't give a shit about everything I left behind. We're gonna festival the fuck out of that place this summer, and I'm just pumped for life. You know,
that's awesome, man. That's beautiful. I had the same thing happening when I got here. Like it was so different, and I'm at this point now where, you know, I'm just not giving any fucks about anyone. Like I'm just living my life, and the more I make the decisions that are right, it's like the universe just keeps rewarding, and everything just gets getting better and better,
doesn't it?
Like you pay for the road bumps that you get in life, as long as you're paying your dues. But when you pay your dues, like it just comes. Yeah, it gets better.
For instance, we paid our dues. We went to the 420 rally, and right after, we had, which Cody's friend Michael came down. I don't know what he thought about his weekend here. But
did you see the board outside yet?
Yes.
You guys did see the night.
He erased it. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Oh, you didn't see this?" I'm like, "No."
It was there for like 4 days. I'm like, all right. If it was up there for long enough.
What did it say?
He was saying thanks for the hospitality, first drinks on me.
Oh, that's really nice.
$5 bill.
Oh, that's super sweet. Yeah. But yeah, even after the 420 rally, like we ended up going to this guy who works at Hip Fest, his house, and he lives like on a fucking lake
he works,
somewhere.
But he's somehow associated. But
yeah,
it was some lake in Barnstead.
Yeah, no, he's like a main promoter. He got the Hempwick stuff. But anyway, it's somewhere on a lake, and he had a canoe, and it was just like this awesome like experience in this awesome place. And they started up a fire pit, and they made jerk chicken for us. It was just like, it was a representation of our lives. Like we paid it forward. We like go and we do activism, and we try to like live free. And then I feel like that's like our rewards. Like we get these awesome parties.
Yeah, there's always, it seems like everything we do, like somehow something happens after doing something.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, think about the week before 420. Where were you? You were at court fighting a bullshit ticket.
That's
true.
You know?
You had a shitty week. Yeah.
That was a shitty
week.
But the universe
after all the bad stuff,
420.
way more good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The partying's just getting started.
LSD's great, guys, if you take anything away from this show.
Turn on, tune in, and drop out.
So do you work Thursday?
Seriously,
Friday?
Is so much better.
Do you work Thursday, Friday?
Not this week, but pretty soon I'm gonna be doing Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
I'm still gonna have Fridays off, but
yeah. Oh, okay. So you're gonna go hiking and stuff with us on Friday?
Yep.
Okay. I found a nice lake for us to go to. I mean,
I'm not going swimming.
It's not a lake. It's a waterfall.
I'm not
a hiking trail.
I'm not going to go into the waterfall. It's way too cold.
You can't go into the waterfall.
Why would I want to? The water's going to be freezing. It's going to be like 45 degrees.
What are you talking about? It's going to be 61 degrees on Friday.
Yeah, but not the water.
Yeah, but we're not going in the water.
Good, because I'm not going in the fucking water.
We're hiking, and we're taking Riker, and we're taking acid.
Oh, well, that makes it all the more better.
I'm excited. It's going to be a good day.
I like acid a lot more than mushrooms.
Yeah, I decided I'm not doing mushrooms.
Because like I always feel so sick to my stomach.
And mushrooms taste like foot fungus. Like I hate.
And I've only had a couple okay trips on mushrooms.
I've had some good trips, but nothing compared to LSD.
Yeah.
LSD, you can get high and fucking party. When I do mushrooms, it's just like I need to sit here and evaluate my life. Guys, go away. I'm having a freak out. Like on acid, like I don't really give a fuck as much. So I had a great time candy flipping.
Wow, dude, you were like bugging though. Your eyes were like
I didn't give a fuck
out
though.
Of your head.
Dude, I spent like 15 minutes just in front of the fire like this, just like fucking absorbing God or some shit.
Absorbing.
I don't know what was going on, but it was great.
Find God?
I don't know. The real truth is that you were God.
That's true. I figured that out already, though.
Then if you're God, then who am I? Thought I was God. Can I be your God too?
No, baby.
Why not? Well, tough shit. I won't do it anyways.
You can try.
Yeah, well, you better bow down and praise me.
Think about it.
All right. I'll let you imagine that you're thinking about it.
Ew, stop it.
What are you talking about? She likes it though. Oh, I plan to get the mix mice fixed. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna work on it.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna I want to try reformatting this computer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if you got anything on here,
Now's the time to get off. So I want to take stuff off that I want to back up, and I want to reformat this PC, this laptop.
So are you off work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was supposed to be off work Thursday, but I switched. I was paying.
Oh yeah,
doing a
tomorrow's
favor.
Wednesday. For some reason I thought it was Thursday tomorrow. I was getting excited, but no.
Yeah. I'm off Friday.
Babe, you gotta do all the favors you can.
I know. I need those days off. So hey Cody, when's the last time? When are you gonna update the Hotel podcast feed?
Well,
because last I checked, it hasn't been an episode in
been a
like
while.
It's been like
Yeah.
a month and a half, man.
Well, you're probably gonna be working tonight. Actually, if you can find the recording and somehow send it to me so I can do it here, and I can like get that shit up tonight.
What recording?
Of the last Hotel.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. Considering I'm the only one with the goddamn headphones on.
All right, we're all
Anyways,
here. We're ready.
God, radio guys, come on, we can do this. We only got one segment left.
Your mouth. So if you were listening, Zach Deputy is leading our wedding procession, and we are touched by angels, and we are all God. We realized from our recent LSD trip. So other than that, it's great. It's been a great week. Cody used to go to drum circle, so he can attest.
And he should have. You should have went Sunday.
Awesome
What was wrong with you? Why didn't you go to the drum
Well,
circle Sunday?
I was actually gonna go this week, but the only way I could get Renee on Hotel was if I take her back Sunday.
Okay.
So I was a little bit preoccupied. We didn't end up going to Keene until fucking 4:30 because I was a lazy asshole. So I probably could have gone to drum circle in the morning, but ended up going to Keene. I did my very first social Sunday.
How was
I've never
that?
been. I've heard stories, good or bad.
I don't know
what
if
say
I've
ye?
been.
I
I've
will
been
say
to
local burger is definitely a good fucking burger. I mean,
Nice.
I've been eating Five Guys lately, so you know.
Is it
I
better
like
than
Five
anything,
Guys. Is it better than
Five-
Five Guys?
Yeah, so it's like 2 levels better than Five Guys.
Damn.
Plus, you get to listen to a bunch of nerds talk about Bitcoin for a half hour.
I like
So-
that shit.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So basically, that was just like the wrap up my week, and then we watched Game of Thrones, which was awesome. And just yesterday, I wrote a new blog that I want to
That's
talk about
right.
before we
You
left.
did write a new blog.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Of course you did, babe. Of course you forgot about my blog. You guys, I don't have any support.
You have a
That's
lot
not
of
true.
support.
Me seeing you share that caused me to actually like the Rebel Mistress Facebook page,
I know.
which
Ah.
I didn't realize I hadn't liked it before, and I felt bad. So
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
liking it.
I always
didn't get
feel
that
bad when I like
notification.
someone's page. And it's like for the first time, and I've been friends with them for like a year or two. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
I don't
that's
care.
right,
As
they
long
do
as you
this
like it.
page. I'll like it.
Go like the Rebel Mistress on Facebook. Anyway, so I read a blog called Sex, Drugs, and Anarchy Presents. And this blog was called Purple People. And I kind of just went off on a tangent because well, it all sparked when I seen this article going around about Little Kim. I used to be a big Little Kim fan back in the day, and she bleached herself or whatever. And it
Did
was
she really bleach herself?
Yes, she cosmetically got her skin lightened to appear white. That's what she did. And you know what? And I wanted to talk about cosmetic surgery because I think that's fine. And it's just like recently people have been coming to me saying stuff like, oh, you want to be Nicki Minaj? And you know, I've had family members from back in Georgia say, oh, like your hair is blonde, you're trying to be white. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to be myself and what I feel, you know, most comfortable as. And you know, I definitely encourage, you know, plastic surgery and body modification. But right now, I feel like really what's going on is a race war that a lot of celebrities, Beyonce, Little Kim, everyone's just kind of playing into it. So I wrote this blog kind of talking about my view on that. I was going to read you a little excerpt. The race war is created by everyone's oppressor, the police state, and the only way to end it is to stop playing into it. I cannot help but feel if we were all blue, orange, purple, then we would have to judge one another by the content of our character, not the amount of pigment in our skin. If we can end the police state, we would see the bigger problem, and it's not anyone's skin tone. It's a small group of people who mean to control you and keep you in your place. It's the man, and he has no color, only orders and rules. We keep letting him get away with killing our people, all people, while we kill each other in his name. The bureaucracy is the problem, not white, black, in between. It's those that profit from the losses of our loved ones and kills people we have never met across the sea in our name. Of course, they want you to see black as evil while they kill variations of brown for profit. I believe we would all love each other in a world without the corruption of politics and those who crave power. That's just a little excerpt. And I don't know, I just started writing because I seen this article about Little Kim, and it just kind of made me angry. It was kind of just like, I felt like she was doing a reverse blackface without even like realizing it. And it's just I see so many people playing into this race war that I feel like, you know, the bureaucracy has created to keep us fighting with each other.
Yeah, I hate it when people tell someone of a different ethnicity or a gender or whatever else like that, like, you can't do that because you're not this. Or, you know, like, like for example, like your hair, like anyone should be able to do whatever the hell they want with their hair.
As long
as nothing to do.
As long as I can pay money to get it done.
Like that style. You should be able to augment your body however you see fit. And, you know, even if they wanted to be like that ethnicity, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? Yeah. Like, that's the style they like anyways. That's the style they want to do. Like, whatever style you want to do. And it doesn't matter if it's natural or not. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's just...
Why is that even a thing?
She said the reason that she wanted to lighten her skin because the only way to be successful is to be lighter. And it kind of just took me back to the lady who did she dressed black. She put blackface on to go to the rallies, and she said no one in the movement would take me seriously if I didn't look like them. And that was just like the question that I posed. If it's about equality, the color of your skin should not matter. Like, you should be able to paint yourself purple or green and say, you know, this is just the same as me being white or black, not, you know, lighten your skin or darken your face, because that's still playing into the this is black or this is white. When we should just be comfortable kind of being ourselves, not societal pressures. Like, it's one thing to change your style. I believe in changing your style, definitely. It's another thing to change your being, and to try to fit into what society thinks. You know, you have to look this way to be successful. It's
never change. I'm all in favor of people changing how they look, you know, features about them in regards to, you know, because that's how they see themselves, or that's what they want to be. I get that. I'm actually 100% supportive of that. I'm not supportive of people changing themselves because they think that's how they need to get ahead in society, or that's what society tells them to. Going all the way down to parents that do circumcision, like, fuck those, you know, fuck that. You know, I can't believe people still support that to this day. That's
Isn't that crazy? And their excuse is usually, well, everybody else is doing it, so yeah. I'm not going to do the research, look at the science that is overwhelming.
Yeah,
just I don't want my kid to feel weird in gym class when he has to change his pants. You know, like I don't want him to be made fun of, so I'm going to mutilate him as soon as he comes out of my fucking uterus. Like, really?
I believe that people should be able to make that decision for themselves. If my child gets older and then he's like, I want to cut my dick head off as a cosmetic surgery, he wants to split it into, he wants to add a vibrator in there. I don't give a fuck. It's all cosmetic surgery at that point. Like, that's all it is. There's no medical benefits to it. It's all cosmetic surgery.
Here's a question for you, babe. So you always make the case that as soon as a person is capable of wanting and going and buying drugs, that they're going to go and buy drugs.
Oh, you're gonna keep bringing this up.
So
if they're cool, they're going to want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're cool.
So,
you know,
are you okay with kids doing plastic surgery if they have the ability to do so?
How would they have the ability to do so?
They got money.
I believe
pay someone under the table to get it done. I don't know.
This reminds me of that episode of South Park
with it?
When what's her face got the breast implants. You're more of a South Park
Oh,
guy.
what,
than I am.
Mr. Garrison?
No, it was the little girl. She got breast implants.
Oh yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Was it BB?
Yeah, she got baby, and they were like jamming the breast implants in there. I want to teach my child body positivity. And if my child like said that they wanted to be a boy or something in regards to like that kind of body modification and wanted to do hormones, I'd support that.
Okay.
I sort of wonder if they're maybe too young to really know what they want in that case. So it seems more gray zone for me. Because I did see there was some celebrity recently where they had a kid who was like 3 or 4 years old says, I don't really know if I want a penis or or I do. I think it was a daughter that wanted a penis. And,
not when they're 3. Who even perform that surgery? 3 is too young. Like that's what he said. When they're old enough to like make decisions, like basically when they're they're more fiscally responsible and can understand the world. Like they could actually go out and get a job or whatever. Like I feel like then they are able to make that decision. I don't think
they're able to do that at like 12.
Like eliminate. I think 12 is a good age. Like honestly.
So you're okay with 12-year-olds getting a bunch of plastic surgery?
Like what? I
guess my problem is I don't really like a society where a 12-year-old thinks they need plastic surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's basically what I was gonna say, but I don't know what kind of plastic surgery a 12-year-old would be asking for. But we're gonna have to say that for another show. Thanks for joining us. Go like the Rebel Mistress on Facebook.
Cody, where can people find you at?
All right, find me at offtheairlive.com. I also do Anarchy After Dark on Fridays.
On LRN.
LRN, motherfuckers.
I go to rebelloveshow.com.
Peace.
Peace.